radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description. Hey babes, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping into the sign of Virgo. For your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, wherever you have the Virgo placement in your chart, you can apply this to. Before you get started, check me out on Etsy in the description below if you would like your own private personal tarot reading. For your protection, that's the only place, the only way you can get a reading from me. Like this video, please, subscribe to my channel, and check out my radio show. It's completely free. We pull cards for every zodiac sign, and we listen to new music. It is super fun over there. And other than that, we're gonna get into what's going on with you, Virgo. See what is up with Virgo. What are the messages for Virgo? What are the messages for Virgo today? What does Virgo need to hear? What does Virgo need to know? Any other messages for Virgo? All right. So first we have release and surrender. This one says, we shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you have held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your heart, arms, and heart to love and assistance. So tapping into this energy, the universe is saying, leave your problems at the altar. It's very much so an energy where the universe is like, give me your problems. I can deal with this. It will get dealt with. Release and surrender to the situation. Be honest with yourself. Virgos, I find that you guys do not like to admit when you need help. Like tapping into this energy, I'm getting a similar energy for you guys today where it's hard for you to allow some sort of higher force to help you out. It's like, no, if I want something done, I'm going to do it myself. That's the way things work. And it's hard for you to like leave it up to some sort of like divine power. Look into your heart and you will know the truth of this situation. It is safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires and they'll come to you upon angel's wings. So the universe is saying, listen, this solution to your problem will be brought to you by the wings of angels. But it is going to take that release and surrender first, and it's going to take you being honest with yourself. Listen, I can't do this myself. It's stressing me out. I'm not eating, or I'm not eating well, and I'm stressed, and I'm cutting, you know, people with my words and being, you know, rude and just nasty. And those are all signs and signals that something is out of an alignment or there's too heavy of a load on you. So surrender that load to the higher power. It's hard, but sometimes you just really do have to. Sometimes you really do just have to release. We have child. You care deeply about children and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. So this could be the relationship with your inner child. This could also be like your physical child. You know, a lot of people, honestly, Virgo, like between you and me. So if you don't know, I have a son. He's 6 years old. He's an Aquarius. And a lot of people make it seem like when you have children, you're immediately attached to them. For me personally, my attachment to my child grew. Of course, when my baby was born, I was super excited because it's like, who isn't excited about babies? It's a baby. But I didn't feel that like deep motherly obsession and just love. I felt like, okay, this is a baby that I'm supposed to take care of. Granted, I did have him kind of young, but I was like, okay, this is a baby that I'm supposed to take care of. Hi. And he was looking at me like, is you gonna do your job or no? Like, it was an interesting dynamic. So don't guilt yourself for not immediately having this like, oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed if you have, you know, physical children. That was a message for like a few specific people, but tapping into this energy, like I said, it could be your inner child, you know, when you were younger. And this doesn't have to mean like, you know, when you were 10 and below. This could be like you're 20 something now, forgiving your teen version of yourself that made a lot of mistakes in your youth that maybe still do affect you today. But you have to forgive that inner version of yourself. Instead of scorning yourself for being naive and vulnerable, you have to love yourself through that and say, you didn't know. You didn't know. You didn't know. And that's okay. All right, so we got time to go. The sun sets and rises each day, and it is the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within the sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. So the universe is saying it's time to release. Man, so much releasing going on for Virgo. Such a release, and once you truly release, it's going to feel like a breath of fresh air. It's going to feel different. And it's okay. We have family. The situation is rooted in emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and in your heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with a calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel at peace. Okay, I just got this weird kind of death energy, and honestly, I do feel it's a physical death of a family member who may have expected too much from you, or they may have done something to you. They may have been rude to you, treated you differently than their other kids, you know, whatever. There's so many, you know, different ways that a child can be negatively affected by a family member. But I'm picking up on an energy of them literally passing. I don't know if this video is going to get monetized because we're talking about some shit. But, man, karma's playing out. I would forgive that person while they're still here. And I'm not wishing that on anyone, obviously. That's like a message for literally one person. There can be death in so many ways. It doesn't have to be physical. There could be an ego death. There could be a death of the older version of themselves, and they can come back to you hands and knees like, I am so sorry for treating you differently than the other kids, or for having these crazy expectations on you, or, you know, doing something that hurt you. I feel like this is generational though, and it may not, you know, you may have skated under the radar somehow, some way, Virgo, while someone else, like a cousin or a sister or a brother that you were very close to, had to deal with all the BS, and you may blame yourself for it. Maybe you were the younger, you know, sibling, and they, you know, got the brunt of it. They had to work to support, you know, the family, or they had all these crazy expectations on them. They were, you know, hurt in some way because it's like they couldn't hurt you. You were just too young for it or something, you know, whatever. But I'm definitely feeling some deep-rooted stuff here. Oh my goodness. And I just heard karma's coming to collect. Jesus. It's bittersweet though, Virgo. I just heard someone like, good. It's bittersweet though, Virgo. Trust, if you don't make peace with the situation before it's over, you're gonna somehow feel like you did. You're gonna somehow flip it to be you know, your fault, or something that you should have done before, you know, whatever's about to go down goes down. I have really bad allergies, you guys. A bunch of pollen trees just, or not, maybe not pollen trees. I think it's like, I don't know, it's a bunch of pollen and a bunch of BS in the air. And my allergies are going in today. I'm not sick, don't be worried. I just have a cough and like a stuffy nose. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. Absolutely, you've been so strong through this process. We have the Strength card that came out as well. Wow, and I get this energy of rewriting history, to be honest. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Strength card, so you are being able to move forward. And the wheel is in your favor. And it took a lot to even get here. Eight of Swords. This is cycle completion, or not even cycle completion. This is a victory over an emotional battle of your 10 of Cups. It's like there were low vibrational energies. I don't want to be dramatic and say fighting for your soul, but fighting for your joy and happiness. And you won, but it was a very, very hard battle. And I feel like I'm tapping into a very specific group of Virgos this week, where it's like you guys are really battled like lower vibrational emotions and depressions, and you've had to go through a lot of lessons. You took on a lot of karma at a very young age. 2 of Cups in reverse. Your first major lesson likely came from a soulmate relationship that went to absolute shit. And then we got that 7 of Pentacles here of a lot of mind games, and instead of just loving, just a lot of games and BS. And you know, it's just like, how can you live this way? Why would you want to be unhappy? Why would you choose to be unhappy? Having to learn through experience. I was just telling someone this in my personal life the other day. I was like, there are people who are, you know, just kind of more square, and they can learn through seeing other people go through things. And there's also people who are a little bit hard-headed or a little bit controlling over the process, and they have to learn through experiencing it. And that's what I'm feeling for you guys. Hierophant in reverse, the only reason, or not the reason, the only way you got to this place of ascension and higher understanding is going through everything that you've been through. And now you're just being showered with abundance and met with people who want to love you and feed into you. The universe wants to give to you. The universe wants to replenish you. The universe wants to love you. If this isn't resonating, check out your moon and rising this week, because I'm tapping into a specific group of Virgos who need this message this week. So yeah, King of Pentacles here. This is like an energy of that Saturnian divine masculine energy, the universe coming through and saying, you've done so much to get yourself here. Now I'm going to shower you with love, shower you with money, you know, financial success. Oh, I'm also getting this energy of someone who really started to focus on a career, career as a method of escapism, like to escape what you were going through, but you still hadn't been truly enjoying like your life that you'd created for yourself. So it's like now you have this emotional abundance and you're actually being able to enjoy it. So you're saying, you know what, instead of working nonstop and, you know, not giving myself any break, I'm going to treat myself to some, you know, nice things. Self-love here. I'm going to take myself on a vacation. I'm going to allow myself to enjoy it, and I'm going to let things up to chance. I'm going to open things up to happen in a magical way for me. So if my divinely guided partner, if the perfect person for me is out there, I'm going to meet them by chance in a beautiful way, you know? Okay, what's going on here? We have a backstabber and just say no. This is someone who wants to deplete you of your energy and wants to put you back in that same cycle. Virgo, if this is a family member coming back that has done something to you and now all of a sudden they want to be close to you, of course not in a romantic way, but if this is a family member that has crossed you or a friend that has crossed you, you can forgive people. You know, forgive but never forget. And it's not never forget, like I'm going to be thinking about this every day, stressing myself out. It's just, I'm not going to forget what you did and what you have the ability to do. I've had a situation like that with someone where it's like, listen, I'm choosing not to be with you. Yes, we could re-enter a relationship, but I'm choosing not to because I know what you're about and I know what you're capable of. And that is not something I will ever accept because I choose not to. And that's the energy you're going to have to take on here, because it will be a choice. You could, you know, re-enter a situation with someone or let someone back in, and maybe it will go fine. Maybe they really have changed, but you know, some things are just you cross that line. Sometimes you have to respect your own boundaries and you have to enforce your own boundaries, Virgo, because people aren't going to enforce them for you, especially if they benefit from you watering down what it is you expect. So whether or not people understand it, we have backstabber and just say no. This is also about, now that you're in this higher place of ascension, you're kind of going to be like, people are going to be attracted to you, moth to a flame. When you have a lantern in the middle of the pitch black darkness, all of the creatures of the night, all of the bugs are going to be, you know, attracted to it. And it's important also to understand like how free will works. Take this time to write out what you want in relationships, Virgo. Because if you don't, I feel like the universe does know what you want and need, but because we have free will, we can still choose to be for someone who's not like divinely guided. So if someone is attracted to you and they use their free will to pursue you, you may be thinking, oh, I just went through this super hard stuff. This must be the person the universe is sending to me, and it's just another Yahoo who was attracted to that light. So just be very, very conscious these days. We have baby bump in the gift. So there's something to be conscious, you know, there's a reason to be conscious because there's some good coming to you, you guys, okay? We have the gift and baby bump. You could be starting a family, you could be literally getting pregnant or getting someone else pregnant. With this gift card, that's also an energy of receiving after you've, you know, given or had things taken away from you. So definitely a new energy for you guys. We have high maintenance and let's take a break. Anyone who's not adding to your life right now, anyone who is stressing you out or taking too much, that's just about, you know, creating space and boundaries so that you can enjoy life, so that you can, you know, enact self-love. We have long-term relationship that literally just flew out. Wow. Long-term relationship energy. I just heard what you wanted all along. Beautiful. Long-term relationship and gone. These are two separate energies. These are not related to each other. By releasing and surrendering out of that life that you were just in, out of that path that you were just in, by honoring that time to go card that came out before, someone is gone. And also, Virgo, if someone ghosts you during this time, assume the best. Don't assume the worst. Assume that that person didn't have the ability to give you what you need, and allow them to go. Because the way the universe is aligning for you right now, the universe does not play about you, Virgo. And the way that things are aligning for you, you're being aligned with people who have the ability to offer you long-term relationships, people who have the ability to love you. And we have the memories of love cards, so don't assume just because, you know, it's the best thing to do that it's going to be easy. I've had to break up with people and I was probably hurt more than they were. You know, just because you're the one to end something doesn't mean that you're not equally as hurt or more hurt. You're just more emotionally involved and willing to admit first. And it sucks that sometimes, you know, in these coupled situations, we do this game of who wants to call it quits first, and no one wants to admit that there is something very wrong here or that this isn't working. But you may have to be the person to do that. We have recognition and reward and positive movement forward. So regardless, you are up, Virgo. It's up and it's stuck for you guys. Like I said, the universe does not play about you. You're going to be recognized and rewarded by the new people and the new partners and the new friends that walk into your life. They're going to be acknowledging how much you bring to the table and how much, you know, love you've given into, you know, your past even, and, you know, just how much you offer. And they're not going to forsake that and squander that love. They're going to, you know, really tap into that and say, wow, I'm going to give and give and give so that I can receive more of that love, so we can have a relationship where it's give and take. I'm going to give to you, shower you with love, because your love is so special. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize, I was just talking to Taurus about this, how you can be in a relationship with someone, give them everything, and them just love all the benefits you give them, but still kind of treat you like garbage. And it's like, you would think if someone had someone so special, they would treat you like royalty. And it doesn't make sense, but regardless, you guys have more ahead of you. So that was your message. Check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. That's the only place you can get one from me. Like this video, please. I appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and check out my completely free radio show. We pull cards for every zodiac sign. We listen to music. It is a vibe, and playbacks are below in the description. And that was your message, Virgo. That is what I have for you this week. I love you. Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one. Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description.